He didn't make the Pro Bowl last year, and they went 8-8. And he missed so many key throws last year that he has not missed in his previous years. And he started out like gangbusters and tried to break the bank, and Jerry thought he had a deal going into game number 1 and told the reporters it is imminent. And they said imminent meaning what? Meaning days. Thought he'd get it done the first week of the regular season, just right after Zeke had gotten done at the end of camp. Didn't happen. He had 3 huge games against not very good teams, and here we went. Last 13 games, he was ranked 15th overall by Pro Football Focus. You gave him Fs 7 times, and you can make a case he deserved Fs in those games. At New Orleans, at Jets, Green Bay, Buffalo. These are hurt for me.
Green Bay and Buffalo was at home. There wasn't no at. They were there.
That's what I mean. And at Chicago, and then at New England.
Trubisky. We just talked about his Trubisky.
Yeah, at Stephon Gilmore. And then at Philly, Dak had a bum shoulder. He was banged up, didn't practice that week. But still, they couldn't even beat what was a below-average Philadelphia team. They were below average. So here we go into contract negotiation year, and they yanked the rug out from under Jerry, and bad blood started after 3 games. They said, Jerry, our price just went way up.
Yeah.
Because I think they had agreed somewhere in the ballpark $35, $36 million a year, which is he was going to be the top-paid football player, not just quarterback, at that moment. But we knew Mahomes was coming. We know Deshaun is coming. And Mahomes got around 45. We're going to talk about his contract. Some people thought it wasn't a very good contract for Patrick because it's just too long.
Yeah, but he gave up all his free agency.
He gave it up for 10 years. Well, Jerry's saying we need 5 years because that's their MO. They want longer contracts so they can prorate the bonus. And he's saying, no, I want 4 years. Okay, 4 versus 5. It's about the money. Show me the money. And it's 42, 43 versus 35, 36. And it's a huge leap in money for the quarterback. So Jerry looks at...
Because the guys you mentioned, Skip, you mentioned Zeke, you mentioned D-Law.
Yeah.
Dak is about to get what they got combined and what they got in signing bonus.
Thank you. He is. Because that's what that position dictates. That's what it's worth. If you're that good. Do even I, the biggest Dak defender supporter out there, do even I think he's Patrick Mahomes? I don't.
No.
So I can't make that case. So if Jerry's drawn that line in the sand, I'm okay with it. Is there wiggle room? Is there 37, 38 wiggle room where tonight they could start talking and have that's how Jerry gets deals done. They had Mike McCarthy get done. They stayed up all night, beer and nachos until dawn.
Dak ain't having no sleepover.
No, he's not going to have a sleepover. Maybe his agent would stay up all night. He might. Maybe it'll be tonight.
Skip, you at the point now, you know what it's going to cost you. You're looking at $200 million. If you want 5 years, Skip, it's going to be $40 million a year. You're looking at $200 million. And that's what you are.
Jerry has to look at a cap next year that might fall and might even plummet, given whether this season's going to go or not go, So he has to factor that part in. And yet, do I think he believes in Dak? I do. Do I think he thinks he's Mahomes? He does not. So where's the...
Does he believe in Dak like he believed in Tony Romo?
He believed in Tony Romo as box office. He knew Tony would sell for the right and the wrong reasons. Dak is not box office. Dak's just a franchise leader. That's what he is. Again, he's not fun to watch. He's not exciting. He's not Cam Newton. Cam is like must-see. Every time Cam's on, I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm not sure what's coming, and yet there's no real entertainment value to Dak. He's just steady. I call him Brady-esque. He makes plays, and he used to make big plays at big moments, leg and arms. And now, last year, he did not have an overall what you'd call a Dak year. So it's harder to sell yourself off that. But you look at the big picture, long term, would I pay him? Yes. I'd go 37 or 38 million. Is there a way that, and remember, I keep bringing this up, and you say it's unfair, but he does play quarterback for America's team. He has, by last count, 12 national TV commercials. I don't know what that brings him in overall value, but he is, and we're going to talk about this topic later. Pro Football Focus says Dallas's 3 receivers, including my guy, CeeDee Lamb,